Ask some parents and students in Denver, and they will tell you there is something called the school to jail pipeline, flagging kids for punishment as opposed to help. So they want more counselors and fewer law enforcement officers inside schools. Padres Jóvenes Unidos have been in this fight for years, and nowadays they are taking it to Denver's public school superintendent. They did so after speaking with our Sonia Gutierrez.
When you're meeting with La Mera Mera, aka the boss, there's lots of preparing to do.
We're excited for the opportunity to really start this work anew with a new superintendent.
Excited not because it's going to be fun, but because they feel like they get to hold the district accountable.
Students are feeling increasingly criminalized and marginalized in their schools.
Advocate group Padres Jóvenes Unidos says a part of that is happening through suspensions and expulsions. Denver Public School District agrees there is work to be done, but points us to the numbers. 10 years ago, the district had more than 10,000 suspensions and 200 expulsions a year. That's dropped to 4,000 suspensions and under 50 expulsions every year.
You'll see that there are lots and lots of zeros on this expulsion grid, but then we go into community and we talk to parents, and they do talk about how their students have been, asked to leave or put on these contracts that make it impossible for them to attend school, and then are just sort of like transferred out of that school or pushed out of that school rather than a formalized expulsion.
Padres is asking the district to change their practices.
And instead put that money into more counselors, more psychologists.
They have a list of demands. They want a district-wide audit on discipline data, and they also want to get rid of school officers.
We want them to end the SRO program and get all police officers out of our school.
And replace them with a full-time restorative justice coordinator.
Yeah, so that would be someone who oversees practices that support students, that offer solutions that are based on like community healing and how do you repair damage that you've done rather than just expelling or suspending a student.
So considering what happened this week with the widespread closures because of threats, we asked Padres what suggestions they had for student safety if they want to get rid of school resource officers altogether. So they believe that should be the work of outside police departments. Now, the district says that is something that requires a conversation that hasn't happened yet, so they can't respond to that request right now. However, DPS does say that it has been working. They have been working to add training and practices to address bias and support for these students.
You can understand where people are coming from, Sonia, because, I mean, you've obviously got the idea of the security of schools. Somebody has to handle the security of schools, but you also don't want a situation where basically frustrated teachers and administrators are handing kids over to the legal system. Like, here, now you take them.
Exactly. That's the frustration. It's like we understand that there's security, there needs to be security at school, but the rest of the year when there's no threats, what are these SROs doing? Well, they think it's that pipeline from school to jail.
Yeah. All right. Sonia Gutierrez, thank you very much. Yeah.